Let's do my makeup. No cuts, no edits. Pro makeup artist from New York doing my pretty much full face. And somebody asked me the other day if I could use one makeup brand for the rest of my life. What brand would it be? And I was like, that's kind of an impossible question because different brands specialize in different things. This is a little bit of a glowy, hydrating primer stuff that I'm using. It's giving me a little intergalactic glow. And yeah, I would say a lot of brands specialize in a specific type of look, but not necessarily all of them can cover all my moods. And I'm not the kind of makeup wearer that has one single thing that I would want to do for the rest of my life. So I thought that was an interesting question. One thing that did come to my mind though is how a lot of people had an experience with MAC when they were young where they're like, okay, they wore some product, probably their fullest drag queen coverage one time because maybe a drag queen recommended it. I don't know. And it was at a time in their lives when they didn't know how to double cleanse. They didn't know how to take care of their skin, but they don't make that connection. They just say, I can't wear that because it breaks me out. And I'm like, I think it's kind of funny because MAC is kind of like a house, kind of like a fashion house. And then they have different lines. You know how like you have Marc by Marc Jacobs and all the things. Think of all the brands that have done other lines, right? This is just a skin tint that are a different expression. So a drag queen could go there, clean girl lover could go there, soft glam lover could go there. And I thought it was really funny that I think lately they're kind of shaking that image, but I think that was one of the first things that came to my mind. Like, it would probably be MAC because I could be whoever, walk into one store and like leave a variety of personalities. Okay, this is stunning. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of, should we use the Victoria Beckham concealer pen as our nose contour again? If you missed the video, I explained that and how perfect this is. It's really a natural tone that is relative to my skin tone, kind of cooler and just deep enough to cast the most natural shadow. It's not something you're gonna wear for a stage to be seen from the fourth ring, but right here for brunch, absolutely. All right, skin is pretty juicy and wet right now. I'm gonna let it just kind of settle. In the meantime, I'm gonna do a little concealer. Now, I did a hydrating base. I did a very glowy tint, and that's a whole lot of glow. It's like too much glow. So what we're gonna do is start to calm all of that down. I'm gonna do that, of course, with powder. Nothing crazy here, but I'm not gonna use a translucent powder. I'm gonna use a pressed powder. Not only is it not translucent and that it's pressed, it's a foundation powder. Now, this is not necessarily for somebody who likes to look dewy and sweaty, but it's for somebody who likes to look a little polished, a little approachable with the skin, touch of fantasy, right? You like watching the soft glam, but you don't want to wear the soft glam. This is like a nice little bridge. I always say, don't do your concealer how I do my concealer if you don't like that much going on. In the scope of beauty, it could be more, but sometimes I would show you a variation, just not to scare you. But this is who I am. This is my glam personality. It goes a little further. It's not the I don't want anyone to think I'm wearing makeup kind of personality. Nothing wrong with that. We all have to have our own boundaries, right? So no shade to anyone. Now I'm going to grab my Liquid Puff dry, and I'm gonna just kind of take it to start absorbing excess, right? It's gonna just get slurped up into that sponge beautifully. It's gonna knock down some shine, the shine that's caused by too much product, but it's gonna keep the complexion fresh. You see how it's like we've calmed down the glow a little bit. We've taken away what doesn't need to be there, and the powder is gonna handle the rest, right? So we're here. I'm loving this complexion, and I wanted to show you something more simple because I love showing you like tricks and hacks and techniques, but you know, it's obviously not always about that. This is NC44, the new studio fix that everybody was really stressed about. Personally, yes, it would be nice to have the original formula, but I like the new formula. Hot take, I guess. I'm just gonna hit the bridge. Is it different? Absolutely, it's different. It's a little more silky, you know, than the first powder. It's a little softer as far as, I feel like the old one was more of a texture eraser. This one's a texture softener. And I don't hate that. I look really bright right now, but we're gonna fix that with bronzer. See, we can do an easy face. And I'm just gonna get in there. This is a mineralized skin finish bronzer, so it's not gonna be something that you can mess up. You have to work so hard to mess this up, and the whole point here is not working hard. And you see how when I first put it on, it seems like it's gonna be stuck and scary, but it moves. And I think you'll kind of appreciate that more. Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have underpainted with this because it's baked. That's like the blush technique we did yesterday, or was that earlier today? Starting to be able to lose track because I've been posting so consistently. Pinch, pinch. The whole point of these videos is like you're running out the door. What would that look like? I can show you techniques for drag, for theater, but what are you more likely to use tomorrow? Probably something like this. So I hope you're enjoying them because I am gonna keep doing the videos that you don't necessarily use every day, but it'll be so nice to know how to do it when the time comes. Now I have a little Danessa Myricks, what do you call it? Color Fix stick here. You know, I did the bronzer already. Ooh, the New York just jumped out, the bronzer. And I'm just gonna go like this. Oh, the disrespect. Oh, so rude. Okay, so we have a little glow. We add a little twinkle to our eyes, right? It's a little magic that says, are you lost? Are you trying to get to 57th Street? Do you need the Q or the R? You know, sometimes you can kind of show how open your heart is with your inner corner highlight. And with black liner, you can show how closed it is. Makeup is the ultimate communicator. I'm gonna take the other side, pop it on the very center of the lid, dab, dab, center of the lid, dab, dab. I actually feel like we could do more here. I always hear Devil Wears Prada. I think we need a belt here. Whenever I want to add something, I don't know what that's about. Now, mind you, this whole base, MAC. I didn't want to make it a thing, but to the point of the person asking that question, and what I said was MAC, because if I want to do full beat, I could do MAC, and if I want to do editorial, which they still do, I could do MAC. This is Victoria Beckham. And I just wanted to show you that, like, without making it weird though. Stila, little sneaky wing that you just do on the outside. 1, 2, fill. It looks like that. How fun. Quick, easy. I mixed a pinch of Marrakesh with a little bit of plush pepper. I used the strobe cream. Strobe tint, strobe cream, and the new powder. Not sponsored, just saying. Try these tips and let me know how it goes.